It is amazing how many people are still getting in touch about Simon Tierney, my colleague here, who on Newstalk Breakfast this morning revealed that he changes the details of classic fairy tales when he's reading them to his children. He's sanitising them, basically, and removing the bits that he thinks are too morbid or grotesque or just unsuitable for little ears. And as sure as night follows day, Simon is being accused and has been all day of the worst of crimes, of being woke, of holding nothing sacred, of letting political correctness get the better of children's classics that we all enjoyed. I mean, here's just one text that's come in. It's my fault, Kieran. We did this, my generation. We created the likes of Simon and other snowflakes who now want to sanitise fairy tales for this. I am truly sorry. So says Rob. Anyway, except Rob, the stories that you enjoyed weren't the originals either. They have been sanitised. They have been sanitised regularly for about 200 years. Snowflakes have been at this for centuries, Rob. And thank God they have. So if you have little ears around the radio, right, for about the next 1 minute to 90 seconds, distract them. Put your hands over their ears, send them out of the room, do something, right? Because wait till you hear what the original stories were. In Snow White, the original Snow White, the stepmother asked for the lungs and liver of the little girl to be cut out of her corpse as proof of death. That was in the original story. And then in the end, she gets her comeuppance, the evil stepmother. She's made to dance to death in red-hot iron shoes. In Cinderella, the wicked stepsisters are punished by mutilation. They have their heels and toes cut off so they can never walk properly again. In the original Sleeping Beauty, it's not a prince who comes along, it is a king from a nearby kingdom, and he doesn't just kiss her. I'm going to be as delicate as I possibly can here. He goes further. While she's asleep, and while she's still asleep, she gives birth to twins, and then the king's wife finds out she's given birth to twins and conspires to kill the babies and feed them to her philandering husband. You know the story in The Little Mermaid? Ariel, she loses her voice. She does the deal with Ursula. She gets the eggs and loses her voice. In the original, Ursula literally cuts her tongue off with a sword. And this is my favourite one. In the original Peter Pan, do you know how Peter kept the lost boys young? He actually didn't keep them young. They grow up in the story, and as they do, he kills them off to keep the average age of the group down. So unless, Rob, you are telling those stories to your kids tonight, I hate to break it to you, you, Rob, are a snowflake.